Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever and whenever you are watching me from. My name is Akinrinde Daniel, and this is the Dandy Health Show. This is an health show born out of burden, so as to lessen your burden of visiting the hospital every now and then, falling sick every now and then, having an health issue always. That is why I'm here to give you what you can do and how you can do it to have a stable and balanced health always. This is a show that will give you understanding, that will enlighten and illuminate your mind on how to prevent yourself from any diseases rising from within you, either communicable diseases or non-communicable diseases. Yes, this is a show that will give you understanding of it and make you stay healthy. It will reduce your costs of buying drugs every now and then, visiting the pharmacist or your doctor always. And before I continue, I just want you to do me a favor. Click that button. Yeah, you can see it on that YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. Click the bell beside it. It will notify you of anytime we upload. Then you click like. When you click the bell of the subscribe button, make sure you click all on top. Then you will receive everything as you upload it. You receive the notification. So today, uh, before I just start, I want you to know that having a stable health is very possible. It's very possible because your body has been created by God in a way that it should maintain a balance. And that's why you're going to see some system. I'm going to tell you as we go ahead, they are meant to maintain balance. Having a stable health is not impossible, it's by choice. It's not by chance, it's by choice. You choose to live healthy and you choose to live in a stable health. Stress, stress. Talk about stress. Stress is one thing that has eaten up many people. It has eaten up many people. They stress themselves a lot, and with it, they develop a lot of chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension that's supposed not to be. Especially when some people are getting to certain age, like 35, 40, 45, and beyond. They tend to start to they think is because of their age, but it's because of what we subject ourselves to. Let's look at this burden. Nigeria is most number one of the top 10 most stressed countries in the world. Lagos is the third most stressful city in the world. 80% of all health problems they are stress related. 85% of all diseases appear to have emotional stress elements. These are the researches from confirmed from confirmed uh, institutions, American Medical Association, Center for Disease Prevention and Control, and the like. So stress is a major factor when it comes to genesis of many diseases that we develop in our body. And according to World Health Organization, 29 million people died in 2018. By 2050, 2030, 52 million people will die. 70 million people died 2018 of cardiovascular disease. By 2030, 25 million people will die. The question is why? With the advancement in the technology, there's supposed to be reduction in the burden of diseases, isn't it? But opposite is what we are seeing is rather increasing on a daily basis. And this is a graphical representation of from WHO site about mind and stress. Let me give you some facts about mind and stress, and then we look at what stress is. Our mind is the root of many systemic diseases. It invokes the mind invoke the some diseases due to negative stressors that affect it. Even the first disease that is being mentioned in the Bible, when God called Adam, Adam, where art thou? Fear. And that is what has fear is what has captivated many people, and they are slave to fear. They fear a lot of things because we live in fear inflicted world. Fear has inflicted this generation to the essence that what you listen to from the news, on social media, everywhere, you have a element of fear being infused into the system, into the society, and people tend to it tends to affect people emotionally, and with that, many people develop a lot of disease as a result of stress. Stress, of course, it has positive impact because it helps us to have a good brain function. You can't do without stress. Definitely, every day you undergo stress at work, in your house, everywhere, in schools, you must undergo stress. But nevertheless, if you allow the negative aspect of stress to affect you, definitely it will affect you and break down your health. What is stress? What is stress? Stress, I simply put it as a bodily response to any challenge posed to it, either from within you or from outside. How your body reacts to what is within and from what comes outside it. That's stress. That exactly is stress. For example, thinking, oh, how will I settle my house rent? How will I pay this bill? How will I pay that bill? And you are depressed, you are emotionally down because the landlord is on your neck trying to get his money. A lot of things is yet to be settled. You are depressed. That is coming from within you. Your body reacts to it. Some chemicals are being produced, and then if you sustain that tempo, it can result to some health challenges. That is how some disease starts bit by bit and it progresses. From outside, for example, you receive a call, so thing happen in so places, and it affects you. It rings inside you, or you get to your workplace, your boss, your colleagues, and everything is just telling on you. That is stress from outside. From within, your body reacts to it. That is stress. Now we have types of stress, and we have many types of stress, but depending on the concept that is being explained. But right on in this video, I'm going to explain three major stress and then two other stress that have to relate with the three. The first one, physical stress. Physical stress is just from the word physical. It has to do with your body, exercise, how you strain your muscle to work. That is physical stress. Chemical stress is from the food you eat, the water you take, the drinks you take, the juice you take. You can see this woman now eating a lot of junks that is rich in glucose and cholesterol. That can easily lead to diabetes because the body will react to it. You can see this is cigarette, this is chocolate, this is smoke, and this is alcohol. All these things, when they come in contact with our health, with our systems, the system tends to react to it. And mind you, both physical stress, chemical stress, emotional stress, the body reacts to it the same way. Yes. And that is why either emotional or physical, they all have the same impact on the body. You see, stress, that is what is good and is meant for our body. This stress is very bad. Very, very bad. You see, positive stress is whatever stress you undergo and it has a kind of positive ends. It has a kind of positive, it brings you a kind of positive, it has a positive impact on you. That is eustress. For example, maybe you are celebrating your birthday, or let me say a wedding ceremony. You go to the wedding ceremony, you are happy, joyous, you stress yourself because a lot of things need to be settled so that everything goes on well. But at the end of the day, you are happy. It's a stress that brings you a kind of positive, that have a positive impact on you and brings you joy at the end. But this stress is a kind of stress whereby after you stress yourself, at the end of it, you are sad, you are down. For example, you go out and you work and you are not being paid. At the end of the month, that's why the fact that you stress yourself, transportation and everything, you didn't get the money, or you get the money and you spend it on what will not make you happy. That is distress. Yes, that is distress. Eustress is when you have the stress on the positive side. Now, let me tell you, the body reacts to all this stress the same way. It brings the physical, chemical, or emotional stress brings about distress or distress. But as I've said, the distress is very good for you. It builds you up. It helps. But the distress is not good for you at all. You even if you are in distress, you're supposed not to sustain that tempo for long. Just for a while, allow it to go, let it diffuse, and that ends it. Now, how I'm going to tell you how your body and my body react to stress. Our body reacts to stress and it brings about a reaction that stands that make us stand a chance of having our health damaged or having our health being built up. It happens like this. Our body reacts to stress in a cascade of events. It starts from amygdala to hypothalamus, from hypothalamus to parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, that's autonomic nervous system. Then from there, it goes to the adrenal gland, which is also known as stress gland. So this cascade of events, I don't want to stress you with medical jargon, but I will make you understand how disease starts. Okay, now amygdala starts it. Your emotional process in the brain, the area of emotional process where emotion is being processed, is being released. If you see something, when you get you get elated and you're happy about it, where it starts is in the amygdala. And when something happens and is the amygdala that reacts to it. So it is this amygdala that receives your sounds, that process the images and sounds that you receive. It's this amygdala that receives the inputs, and when it receives it, whenever it detects danger, it sends the signal of danger to hypothalamus, and then fight and flight mode is being activated. What is fight and flight mode? Now, we have two systems that are important when we are talking about stress, and that is parasympathetic nervous system. This system is the major system and is the where you should be always. This system should be activated always, always, always. This other system, which is sympathetic nervous system, is meant to make us evade danger, to make us escape from potential threats or what can endanger our life. And after that, we should come back to this parasympathetic nervous system and not to activate this parasympathetic perpetually. Now, as parasympathetic nervous system, at parasympathetic nervous system, okay, this is it. At parasympathetic nervous system, you are under rest and digest. Your immune system is being boosted. The blood flow increase to different parts of your body. there is repair of any damaged tissue, there is build up of any deficient organ or tissue. Your heart rate is at normal level, blood sugar, low density cholesterol, lipoprotein, high density lipoprotein, everything is normal level. But on the other hand, when the body wants to evade danger, for example, maybe you are going on the street and a crazy clown suddenly show up with machetes or with a long stick, what happens? You are afraid. You tend to pick race. Is that true? What happens then is that your sympathetic nervous system is activated. That's what we call flight and flight mode. Your heart rate increase so that it pump blood to many parts of your body. Your respiratory rate increase so that you have enough oxygen to sustain you at that level. Your BP increase, your sugar level increase, your low density lipoprotein increase. We call it bad cholesterol. And when that one increase, your immune system goes down. All this cortisol, catecholamine that is being released by the adrenal gland, it does what? It fights against the immune system, immunoglobulins. Yeah, that means your immune system goes down. And that is why this system should not be sustained for long. Because if you sustain it for long, your immune will be down. When your immune comes down, bacteria comes in, is able to have effect on you. Virus comes in, virus is able to work on your system, and different kind of diseases start to emerge from there. And that is why when you are emotionally down and you are stressed, because our body reacts to stress the same way, this system, sympathetic nervous system, is being activated. And when it is activated for long, you see some people, they worry and worry and worry and worry and get depressed for long. When this is activated for long, then these are what are happening within you unknowing to you. You may not feel it because it may goes on. Your heart rate may not necessarily be high, your respiratory rate may not necessarily be high, but that's why you see some people hmm, these are the reactions. They tend to have a deep sigh, deep breath because of this thing that is happening within them. It breaks down their health. This is a pictorial representation of what I'm saying. This is a rest system, this is an digestive system, while this is a fight and flight mode. You are not supposed to activate this mode for long. Many people sleep and they activate this fight and flight mode, and their health starts to break down bit by bit. And that is why rest is recommended for you to relieve stress, because when you rest, there is build up in your system. You build up your system. When you are under a sympathetic nervous system control, and all these catecholamines, cortisol, aldosterone are being produced, your immune system are being down. Your system are being broken down. If you are able to sustain a happy mood always, if you are able to sustain a mood whereby you are not distressed, anything that happens to you, you are able to get over it easily, then you will have a stable health. But if you have bad emotion always, you shout on people always, you get nervous easily, you are so irritable always, then you are initiating something to happen within you unknowing to you. And that is why when in this introduction, there are some scriptural verses that a good words, when you say good words to yourself, and when you have pleasant mood, you sustain a happy mood, you tend to have a good health. This is where I'm going to hang up for today. Next time I'm going to tell you what can you do to relieve yourself of stress. What can you do even if you have a lot of things that happens to you or that happens within you, how can you get rid of them easily, easily, so that you don't sustain that mode for a long time and it breaks down your health. That is what I'm going to be discussing in our next videos. In our next videos. So for now, I sign out. I still remain Akinrinde Daniel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, click the bell button and click the like. You can share the video to your friends and family and let them also know how to have a stable health. If this is educative to you, subscribe and share. Thank you for listening and have a nice time and a sustainable health.